Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris Melton, and this is the Quality Assurance Plan for University Level History Programs for UMGC's OMDE 608 course. Without further delay, let's get this presentation underway. So, to start off, what is quality assurance? Or more specifically, what does it mean? So, the process of quality assurance depends upon an equal set of evaluations between faculty administrations of both each other and technologies, distance learning technologies, the latest and greatest. And there are multiple ways of ensuring the high quality assurance of distance education courses, such as technology scoring, administrative assessments, and support plans. Now, how exactly could online history courses benefit from the enhancement of quality assurance? Since history relies on both critical thinking skills and a sense of empathy among students, including, of course, letting go of the benefit of hindsight, distance education courses would necessarily be designed around focusing on the events as they were unfolding and encouraging students to think of the events as they were unfolding in the first place. This could be done through the development of overhead maps, displaying battle animations. This could also include AI constructions of voices of figures such as Polybius, Napoleon, even the likes of Otto von Bismarck. Now, regarding history course quality, what's its state right now? Well, in keeping with the onset of COVID-19, even before its onset, distance education has received negative connotations and negative opinions. In the US education system, over the last few years of the previous decade, as of this recording, approval has gone to below 50%. And when online course dropout rates are compared to on-campus course retention rates, there is a 50 to 60% differential in terms of student retention for on-campus courses, meaning they tend to retain more than online courses. So what exactly needs to change in that matter? Well, more extensive technology evaluations would be a good start, as they would determine the best technology means for virtual learning at higher education levels. Second, there must be faculty and administrative evaluations to ensure good practices of distance education are followed. In regard to technological evaluations, universities could pit multiple systems of learning management systems, even video conferencing systems, against one another to determine which ones are best for their specific fields. So, for example, in the field of history, two sets of technology come to mind. First, in video conferencing, sites like Zoom and Skype would be highly used for discussion meets or lectures in which students can participate in between the lecture to discuss points talked about. And in terms of learning management systems, both Canva and Lucid, two of the most highly celebrated learning management systems, could be utilized to create projects like historical timelines or a brief evaluation of a historical concept. or perhaps a government system of a long-lost civilization. But technology is only half the battle. The other half involves a dual assistance or a dual accountability session between both faculty and administration. In regard to faculty, the one thing holding faculty back from proper progress is the proper link between experience and technological literacy. Hypothetically speaking, there could potentially be a professor who's worked 30 years in the higher education system of a popular history program and subsequently have no experience with distance education at all. Likewise, there could be a university professor who is up and coming with little experience, who, because of that lack of experience, cannot advance up the ladder necessarily, despite high levels of technological literacy. On the administrative level, there are three problems to consider at hand. First, institutional complacency. This, of course, means, for example, that an institution or a university system would be highly complacent in one form of technology. Say, the University of Wisconsin's online courses would be highly dependent on the online courses remaining the gold standard, even if AI technology were to replace it. The second and third problems, which often overlap, are budgetary constraints and technological literacy. Hypothetically speaking, if a university institution struggled to improve the technological literacy of its staff while dealing at the same time with budgetary constraints limiting technological advancement in the first place, then the distance education program at said university would suffer. So if the University of Purdue failed to capitalize on AI technology because of both budgetary limitations as well as a lack of knowledge and expertise around AI technology. So what's the solution to both problems, or both sets of problems? It's simple. Checks and balances. For faculty, extensive training in online learning education technology, as well as both the incentive to experiment and apply new modes of learning, would go a long way to help students think outside the box in terms of history courses. For example, a teacher could utilize hypothetically developed AI technology which records voices of previously dead historical figures. So, for example, Julius Caesar's accounts of the Gallic Wars or the Roman Civil Wars could be read aloud by this AI voice in a history of the Roman Empire. On the administrative side, university administrations need to collaborate heavily with both faculty members and technology companies to both develop and incentivize experimentation with new learning modes or class concepts in higher education. This necessitates overall a system of checks and balances between faculty, administration, and technology companies to make the learning process as fluid as possible, or at the very least, the assimilation into technological literacy, meaning the only challenge left for students would be absorbing the class material and learning how to work with it well. So, in conclusion, quality assurance deals with a fundamental concept of distance education. That is ease of use for all parties involved. As without ease of use, students, faculty, and administration will struggle to maintain the complex system of distance education in universities. And furthermore, without this drive for progress, distance education as a system would die out, leaving education as a whole stagnant. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you have a wonderful evening and good luck wherever you are.